Hello viewers, good morning. Today I am here with a new topic related to organic chemistry, that is fatty acids. In this lecture we can discuss about structure and classification along with a short introduction on triglycerides. Now coming to the introduction. Fatty acids are chemically organic acids with aliphatic hydrocarbon chain. This aliphatic hydrocarbon chain may be of varying length. It may be from carbon number 2 to carbon number 26. And this aliphatic hydrocarbon chain is either saturated or unsaturated. And this chain having monoterminal carboxylic acid group as a functional group. Or we can say that fatty acids are carbon chain with a methyl group at one end of the molecule and a carboxyl group at the other end. The general formula is RCOOH, where R is an aliphatic hydrocarbon chain and COOH is the carboxylic acid group as a functional group. Here is a structure in which this is the terminal carboxylic group and this is the terminal methyl group. The carbon atom next to the carboxyl group is called the alpha carbon and the subsequent one is beta carbon. The terminal methyl group is also known as the omega or the N carbon. The terminal methyl group, this is the omega. This is the omega methyl group, which is also known as N carbon. We can also indicate the location of double bond with reference to the carboxyl group as delta, followed by a superscript number indicating the lowered number carbon in double bond. For example, if we write delta 9, then it indicates a double bond between carbon 9 and 10 of the fatty acids. Here I have shown example of stearic acid and oleic acid. Oleic acid is the most common fatty acid. Stearic acid is a saturated fatty acid having a straight chain, and oleic acid is an unsaturated fatty acid having a double bond here. Oleic acid is an unsaturated fatty acid which structure is a bent structure. What is the importance of a straight chain and a bent structure, we will discuss further in the lecture. Now coming to the classification. We can classify fatty acids depending on the number of carbon atoms, depending on the length of the hydrocarbon chain, or depending on the nature of the hydrocarbon chain. Depending on the number of carbon atoms, they may be even chain or the odd chain. Depending on the length of hydrocarbon chain, they may be short, medium, long, very long chain fatty acids. And depending on the nature of hydrocarbon chain, they may be saturated, unsaturated, branched or a hydroxy fatty acids. Now we can discuss one by one all. Coming to the first, depending on the number of carbon atom. Most naturally occurring, that is the fatty acids which occur in a human body, are even carbon numbered fatty acids. Since biosynthesis of fatty acids uses 2 carbon units, that is acetyl coenzyme A. So the product obtained from acetyl coenzyme A is also a even carbon numbered fatty acid. Example of even carbon fatty acids are butyric acid, palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidic acid, arachidonic acid. All these even carbon fatty acid contain even number of carbon like C4, C16, C18, etc. Here is the example of oleic acid, linoleic acid, linolenic acid, and all three contain C18 number of aliphatic chain. If we talk about example of odd carbon fatty acid, then the fatty acid which is found in human body is propanoic acid, which contain 3 carbon atoms. Now coming to the second classification, that is depending on the length of hydrocarbon chain, and depending on the length of hydrocarbon chain they can be classified as short chain fatty acid, which is also known as SCFA, and they contain 5 or fewer carbon aliphatic chain. A very good example is butyric acid, and this fatty acid is obtained from butter. Or another example is capiroic acid. Capiroic acid also contain 4 carbon aliphatic chain. The next is medium chain fatty acid, which is also known as MCFA, and it contains 6 to 12 carbon aliphatic chain. The example is capric acid. Capric acid contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number of carbon aliphatic chain. Coming to the next, that is long chain fatty acid, LCFA, and this contain 13 to 21 carbon aliphatic chain. For example, palmitic acid and stearic acid. Both of these, palmitic acid and stearic acid, comes in the category of long chain fatty acids, and all of these fatty acids are obtained from coconut oil. The last is very long chain fatty acid, also known as VLCFA, and it contains 22 or more carbon aliphatic chain, and these fatty acids are obtained from beeswax. Now coming to the next, that is depending on the nature of hydrocarbon chain. The first is saturated fatty acid. Saturated fatty acids are filled with hydrogens, means they have a saturated bond. Most of the saturated fatty acids are straight hydrocarbon chain. For example, as I have drawn the structure of stearic acid with an even number of carbon atom. The most common fatty acids contain 12 to 22 carbon atoms, and these saturated fatty acid molecules fit closely together in a regular pattern, and they form a strong attraction between fatty acid chain. As a result, they have a high melting point, and this makes them solid at room temperature. So this is the importance of a straight chain saturated fatty acid. The next is unsaturated fatty acid. The monounsaturated fatty acid have one carbon-carbon double bond, which can occur in different positions. Means the double bond may occur at different position. The most common monoene have a chain length of 16 to 22 and a double bond with a cis configuration. And now it is important to note that only cis isomers occurs naturally. For example, oleic acid from olive oil and linoleic acid from soybean oil. But the trans isomer may be produced during industrial processing, that is hydrogenation of unsaturated oils. These unsaturated fatty acids are non-linear, as I have already drawn the structure of oleic acid, and they do not allow molecule to pack closely. Weak attraction between and there is a weak attraction between fatty acid chain, and they have a low melting point which make them liquid. It is written solid here, it is not solid, they are liquid. Liquid at room temperature. Here in the figure I have shown the structure of myristic acid, palmitic acid and stearic acid. All three are straight chain fatty acid, that is saturated fatty acid. they can make a closed structure, so they are solid at room temperature. But if we talk about unsaturated fatty acid, then this is an example of unsaturated fatty acid having 3 double bonds, and they form a structure which is not closely packed, so they have a low melting point and they are liquid at room temperature. Now the unsaturated fatty acid may be classified into monounsaturated fatty acids, also known as MUFAs, 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 and they have one carbon-carbon double bond which can occur in different position, and polyunsaturated fatty acids which are also known as PUFAs, PUFA, PUFAs, and they have a multiple carbon-carbon double bond. PUFAs are produced only by plants and phytoplanktons, and both are essential nutrients, and these are oxidized in human body by beta oxidation of fatty acids in mitochondria or peroxisome. There are two types of polyunsaturated fatty acid, that is omega-3 fatty acid and omega-6 fatty acid. Omega-3 fatty acids having carbon-carbon double bond between third and fourth carbon atom from the omega carbon, and the omega-6 fatty acid having carbon-carbon between 6th and 7th carbon atom from the omega carbon. Here is the example. This is the omega carbon, and 1, 2, 3. There is a presence of double bond between third and fourth carbon for omega-3 fatty acid. If we talk about omega-6 fatty acid, then this is the omega carbon, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There is a presence of double bond between 6th and 7th carbon. So this is the omega-3 and this is the omega-6 fatty acid. And it is important to note that the double bond in PUFAs are separated from each other by a methylene grouping. This is the methylene grouping present both in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Now, depending on the nature of hydrocarbon chain, we have already classified saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. Now, the third one is branched chain fatty acids, also known as BSFA, and they are mostly saturated fatty acids with one or more methyl branches on the carbon chain. BCFA are synthesized mainly by the skin and have long been known to be a major component of Vernix caseosa. Vernix caseosa contain 10 to 20% of dry weight, and Vernix caseosa is a waxy white substance found coating the skin of a newborn human babies. This is the example for BCFA, in which these are the extra methyl group which is present on the aliphatic chain. Now, the second one is the fourth one is the hydroxy fatty acid. Some of the fatty acids are hydroxylated. Hydroxybutyric acid is one of the ketone bodies produced in metabolism is a simple example. This is example for hydroxy fatty acids, in which there is a presence of hydroxy group on the unsaturated aliphatic chain. Now, the last from this category is cyclic fatty acids. Fatty acids with cyclic structure are rather rare. Example, chalmugric acid. It is found in chalmugra oil, which is used in leprosy treatment, and it contains a cyclopentenyl ring. This is the structure for chalmugric acid, and it contains a cyclopentenyl ring. Now, coming to the triglycerol. Triglycerol is also known as triglycerides, and they are tri-fatty acid esters of glycerol. This is the major form of fatty acid stored in plants and animals, and it can be classified as fats or oils. Or we can say that triacyl glycerol is a naturally occurring ester of 3 fatty acids and glycerol. Here I have given the structure of glycerol, and this is a structure of triacyl glycerol which contain 1, 2 and 3 fatty acids esterified with a glycerol molecule. Here it is also shown that glycerol form ester bond with 3 fatty acids. Sometime it is asked in the examination to draw the structure of triacyl glycerol. So it is important to learn the structure of triacyl glycerol, and sometime in Viva it is also asked that which type of bond is present in triacyl glycerol. The ester bonds are present in triacyl glycerols. And triacyl glycerols are different types of lipids that circulate in blood. These are stored unused calories and provide body with energy. Serum or plasma total triglyceride concentrations may be determined to assess metabolic disorders, like having a high level of triglyceride in your blood can increase a high risk of heart disease. So this is a short introduction about triacyl glycerol, and this is all about this lecture. Thank you for watching.